My Doctor Who DVD collection.
It's Captain Jack Harkness, the face of both. So Series 10 of Doctor Who has begun, and yes, it is a complete, fresh reboot for Doctor Who, and it started with the pilot, episode 1 of Series 10. So without further ado, welcome to YouTube Gallifrey 02 and my review of episode 1 of Series 10 of Doctor Who, the pilot. So enjoy, and there are spoilers ahead. But yeah, pretty much every subscriber is a Doctor Who fan and has probably already seen the pilot, so yeah. You probably know it all anyway. So yeah, what is the plot of the pilot if you don't know or you want reminding, as it will help you understand this video further on. So yes, there is this mysterious gateway underneath Bristol University, and this gateway has some special energy, and the Doctor and Nardole have gone to investigate it, and the Doctor has become a university lecturer. Also, this mysterious alien spaceship, and I don't know what mysterious alien spaceship it is, it was never answered. It might be revealed in a future episode, but yeah, that has also gone to investigate this and get energy off the gateway. And yes, this spaceship left a puddle of oil behind, but this oil was living, and the oil wants to get back to its home world. It is living oil. So yeah, what it does is it gets the host. It gets a host, a pilot, so it can get away, and it also wants a passenger as well. And yeah, that's a very important part in the plot of the pilot. So yes, there's this girl at the university who has a star in her eye. She's a student, and she befriends the new companion, Bill, who is working at the university serving chips, and she sneaks into the Doctor's lectures. And yeah, the Doctor is curious about why she sneaks into the Doctor's lectures and teaches her about laws of time and space, why the TARDIS translates stuff, and yeah, asks loads of questions which teaches new Doctor Who viewers about it, which is very good because Doctor Who always needs to attract more viewers, so it has a bigger fan base and more merchandise, more support, more everything. So yeah, really did do a good job of building a bigger fan base to pilot, so I found that very good. So yes, the puddle of oil possesses the student, and yes, it follows Bill around as Bill made a promise to the host of the person who has star in her eye that she would never leave her, so she follows her around time and space. The Doctor, Bill and Nardole go to Sydney. It finds Bill there, go to an alien planet millions of miles away and millions of years in the future, finds them there. So then they decide to go to the Dalek Mervellan War because they think the Daleks can kill this host, but in fact they don't kill the Dalek host. But yeah, then Bill breaks the promise and yeah, says, you don't need to follow me anymore, and yeah, it's all over. It goes back to its home world, probably far, far away. So yeah, then Bill is invited into the TARDIS, and yeah, off they go flying in the universe. So that is the plot of the pilot in a nutshell. Well, I've pretty much given away the whole plot, so yeah, sorry if you didn't listen to my spoiler alert. So, positives of the pilot. Now I think the pilot works very well because I originally thought it was a bit bland, as the original title was A Star in Her Eye. I think they both work very well, but the pilot, I thought it just sounded a bit like the pilot as in the first episode. It actually works very well as this puddle of mysterious oil, the living oil, needs a pilot to travel. So yeah, that's a very creative title and links in well because it's the pilot episode of Series 10. So that's very good series opener. There's a lot of horror moments in this. I think it's very good. It's quite scary in some points, quite a few jump scares, and yeah, quite a lot of jump scares, especially when the puddle comes out of the water several times. It's very scary, and especially in the sink drain. That's so scary, that made me jump, that scene. So yeah, some funny moments in it. It started with quite a funny moment, very awkward moment. We learnt that Nardole's body is an android, because how could his body be reserved for 24 years on beryllium and yeah, then the Doctor could attach his head back on. It doesn't make sense. His body is fake. His body is a fake android body, but this is a bit weird. But why would the Doctor like make it fat, really? Why would he make his body fat? Just go make a thin body. You don't need as much material. So yeah, that doesn't explain it very well, that Nardole is an android, unless he wanted to be fat. So yeah. Other positives, yeah, there's a lot of questions which are answered in this, where this toilet is, which is a really, really big question in Doctor Who, even though it's such a tiny thing. Yeah, Bill has a lot of funny moments. She just can't get over that the TARDIS is a spaceship, and yeah, really funny. I think she thinks the TARDIS is a lift. Yeah, and when she first enters the TARDIS, she doesn't say it's bigger on the inside. She thinks it's a walk-in room and it's attached to another room and stuff like that. Yeah, she just can't get over that it's bigger on the inside until she eventually does, and Nardole cheers, and that just made me really happy, that because Nardole's actually had a good moment. And yeah, positive, Nardole didn't have too many moments. He didn't like get involved with the chemistry between Doctor and Bill. He was just there, and yeah, he played a relevant part in the plot. And yes, yeah. Also, quite a lot of Christmas in this. There was a Christmas scene in this. And yeah, there was more Christmas in this than the Christmas special in 2016. So yeah, this should have been a Christmas special. Then the Return of Dr. Mysterio, they should have done another time, I think. And yeah, there's a lot of references to classic Who and New Who in this story. I think the Movellans could have had more, as well as the Daleks. The Daleks and the Movellans didn't play much in the plot, but that was good dash bad. It wasn't centered around them. They weren't the main villains, the Daleks. Finally, they weren't the main villains, but played quite an important part in the plot. Well, they didn't really play an important part in the plot specifically. They could have gone to the Cyber Wars and got the Cybermen to kill the puddle, but no, they went to the Daleks, so they weren't actually needed. And yeah, great to see a little plot hole filled of what happened between Destiny of the Daleks and Resurrection of the Daleks in the Mavellan War. And yeah, negatives. Well, there's a couple of negatives. You know, it's a bit of a disappointment that Bill's real mum isn't an ex-companion, it's just a normal woman. And yeah, another negative, are there any other negatives? There's not really many negatives. I would personally rate this an 8 out of 10. A very good series opener. Probably my favourite series opener since The Impossible Astronaut - Day of the Moon. Oh yeah, deep breath. But no, I think that beats it. So yeah, very good series opener indeed. Sets up the series very well. Yeah, no more negatives and no more positives. Apart from, there's quite a lot of positives and not many negatives. So yeah, that's why it's 8 out of 10 rather than a 1 out of 10. I wasn't disappointed by the series opener. Very fast paced, which was very good indeed. And yeah, great start to series 10 of Doctor Who. And yes, next week there is Smile, the episode with the emoji bot, so looking forward to that. And at the end of the episode, there was a coming soon trailer with clips and little snippets of future episodes, which looked very good. Mondasian Cyberman, then there was the Doctor, he looked like he was regenerating, the golden light came out of his hand and spurted out, so yeah, liked that about this episode. And yeah, well, the next time trailer, and yeah, also many other good moments in this episode. And yes, John Sim is back as the Master, like it said in the next time, well, the coming soon trailer. And there also wasn't the countdown to the spoiler at the end, as pretty much everyone knew about John Sim's return by this time because the Sun leaked it. So yeah, until the next time, goodbye.